Hello my friends and welcome to another video. I'm Jeanette with Vivo Vintage Designs. Now if you're a regular on my channel, you may recall a video that I did a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, where I showed you products, art supplies that I've purchased but never used. And I made a promise to myself that I was not going to purchase any more art supplies unless it was like watercolor paper or photo paper, which is something that you need quite regularly. However, I went back on my word. I was on Amazon and I was looking around and I came across this set of watercolors that I've seen many other artists use, and these are student grade paints. Usually I like to use my Micron Pen paints. I absolutely love that set of paints, but I wanted to find something that was perfect for the beginner, that would be less expensive and would be something good to start with. So they were having a sale on these. They were regularly, I don't know, maybe about $30, and I got them for about $16 or $17. So it comes with 36 half pans and a water brush. It also comes with a color chart that you can fill in, and you can see that each one of the little pans is wrapped. However, when I removed the wrapping, I noticed that the number for each of the colors is not printed on the little pan. So what I decided to do was off camera remove the wrappers for each one of these. So here I've removed them all and I'm on the last one, and what I'm doing is I'm taking a Micron pen, and on the bottom of each of the pans there's a little indent, and I'm using the Micron pen to write the number that corresponds to that color. So when I fill in my color chart, I know where the colors go, because the plastic that holds these little pans in place is kind of flimsy. I don't like it. I actually thought about removing the pans and adding magnets to the back and removing that little plastic thing that holds them. It's just not going to keep them very secure. So I wanted to make sure that if they should fall out, I can put them back in the proper order. So here I'm showing you the color chart that it came with. And what I did was I took a black marker and I made a line through each of the little rectangles. So as I swatched them out, I could see just how opaque the color can be. So here I'm showing you how I use the water brush to fill in this color chart. And what I do first is I pick up a very heavy consistency of the paint, and I fill that little rectangle about 3/4 of the way. Then I dip the water brush back in water to remove some of the pigment, and I fill it in another third, and then I dip it back into the water and remove as much pigment as possible and continue to fill in the rest of the rectangle. That way I can see just how dark this paint goes and how light I can get it as well. And this really helps when you're trying to select colors for your painting. So now overall, let me tell you a little bit about these paints. Not overall, I don't know why I said that. But these paints, I found them to be very, very vibrant. They're really highly pigmented, and the case is made out of metal. It has 4 different paint mixing wells that are nice to use when you're mixing your paints. And they're not granulating, they're not chalky or grainy. They're very, very creamy, which is very different from the paints that I normally use. I found that they were very easy to activate, and I thought I would play around with them for a little while, for a bit, just to see how the paints flow when you put it on paper. Now you can see it's got a great selection of blues and greens. I really liked that. It's got a lot of pinks and reds. Not a real red, but I can easily make that. So here I'm just trying to see how the paint goes on the paper, and I'm not using great quality paper. This is not 100% cotton paper, but I just wanted to see how nicely the paint went on the paper and the vibrancy of the colors, how easy they were to activate, and how much I had to scrub the pan to get enough paint on the brush And I have to tell you that I found it very easy. I think this is a really nice set if you're just starting out with watercolors and you want to see if it's something that you'll enjoy. This is not an expensive set, and this one only has 36. They have other sets with, I think, 48 and 52. It comes with metallics and such, but they weren't on sale, so I didn't buy them. And in my own defense, I used gift cards. I didn't use my own money to purchase these. So I don't know, I kind of feel better about that. I also purchased another 2 sets of watercolors. I don't need them, but I've been wanting to try these for so long. They're different from your regular, typical watercolor. They're, I hope I pronounce this right, Kuretake Gansai Tambi watercolor paints. I ordered one set that has these more muted colors, and I think there's 24 in the set, and the other set is your typical colors, and again another 24, a set of 24 rather. And these are Japanese made, and they are, like, the way they've been described is a cross between watercolor and gouache, because they are very opaque and you can dilute them so they go on like watercolor as well, like very transparent, but you can also use them almost like a gouache. So I haven't received them yet, but when I do, I'll be sure to share the information with you, or my findings. So now getting back to this set, you can see I'm cleaning out the wells. So it has 4 wells on the top of the tin, which are really great for mixing. And I found the colors to be fun to work with. They're very pigmented, which is something that I'm not used to. They remind me of my core professional watercolor paints. These are actually even more pigmented than that. So using these would take a little bit of getting used to for me. I'm accustomed to layering to get this depth of color. So I did enjoy painting with them, and you can see here I'm just putzing around, trying out the paints and having a little fun with them. But overall, I would definitely recommend these for the beginner, so that you're not spending a ton of money on professional paints, not knowing whether or not you're going to enjoy it. So we are now nearing the end of the video, and as you can see, I'm getting carried away like I usually do. So if you have any questions about these paints, let me know in the comment section. I'll always get back to you. Check out the description box for links to these paints, and check out our Facebook group, Vivo Vintage Designs, where you can post your versions of the paintings and techniques learned on this channel. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your interaction is really helpful to my channel and greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.